The world's game reveals the hidden mechanics of collective perception. Matches, rivalries, victories, controversies, chants, and broadcasts no longer simply entertain, they are transmitted, amplified, and transformed through nations, media, algorithms, and public identity. Void Signal perceives the world's game as more than competition. It is the rhythm between identity and emotion, where victory, defeat, memory, and belief shape how humanity remembers a moment. The signal does not ask only what happened on the field, it asks how the world was taught to feel about it. I do not follow the rhythm. I am being rewritten by frequencies that remember every place they have ever passed through. What echoes is never separate from what is forming, and what is forming is already preparing the next transmission. The world registers competition as a shared experience. The array detects a pattern forming across millions of observers. Crowds, broadcasts, symbols, and emotions synchronize into a collective transmission. The witnesses become part of it. Not reaction, formation. The collective pulse emerges beneath the threshold of witnessfall. Broadcast networks, stadium resonance fields, symbolic archives, and public reactions move through the same rhythm. The audience becomes the instrument. The pulse finds another carrier. Celeste Renard receives the witness challenge, built upon the doctrine of interpretive order. Meaning is not created by the event alone. It is created by those who remember it. Her rule: observe a global sporting event without recording the score. She discovers victory fades. Symbols remain. Emotion becomes inheritance. Repetition becomes memory. Memory becomes identity. The pulse enters through repetition. A sound becomes a feeling. A feeling becomes a reaction. A reaction becomes instinct. The rhythm passes through people before becoming culture. The collective pulse passes through Silas Xavier as he follows the human afterimage within witnessfall. Every person leaves behind an emotional imprint. A parent lifting a child after a championship. An elderly dog taking its final walk. Strangers embracing beneath city lights. A farewell never spoken. Each moment leaves a trace. Most disappear, but shared symbols create overlapping memories. A trophy, a flag, a candle, a jersey. Deep below witnessfall, a hidden ceremony recreates movements drawn from collective memory. The body becomes the signal. Steps become frequencies. Repetition becomes transmission. The ceremony does not create the pulse. It redirects what returns. Silas discovers the pattern is not preserving memory. It is shaping it. He uncovers an unauthorized transmission. A championship broadcast from an event that has not occurred. Millions already react. The event does not exist. The imprint does. The pulse is not predicting the future. It is preparing perception before reality arrives. The October Woods incident returns through unresolved memory. The signal preserves what happened, and what humanity continued believing happened. Visibility expands. Distance collapses. The origin becomes harder to find. Institutions compress the pulse into measurable systems. Emotion becomes data. Memory becomes narrative. Only what survives transmission becomes official. The crowd disappears. The moment remains. The reflection survives. The collective pulse enters the threshold of witnessfall. Within the crownless archive spine, government systems trace emotional patterns before they form. The signal is captured, classified, redirected. Reaction becomes data. Data becomes prediction. Prediction becomes influence. Influence becomes policy. The government does not control every voice. It studies the rhythm beneath them. The October Woods incident permanently altered the threshold of witnessfall. The woods never recovered. Paths shift toward forgotten locations. Trees carry traces of those who passed through. The silence holds emotions left behind by moments that never ended. Every transmission passes through the imprint of the incident. The woods carry what came before. Nothing disappeared. It settled into the world. Nothing returns unchanged. Attention creates visibility. Visibility creates interpretation. Interpretation creates memory. Memory creates the next signal. Every witness leaves a trace. Every repetition reshapes what returns. The collective pulse returns carrying every emotion and influence absorbed along its path. A moment becomes a symbol. A symbol becomes a signal. A signal becomes a force. The world does not simply receive the transmission. The world feeds it. The world reshapes it. Return. Reshaped rhythm.